Yo, what's going on, gang? It's the Thickest Thieves boys back with another podcast. I am rapper Nate Rose.
And I am filmmaker David Elijah Piersaul.
We back at it.
Yes, sir.
And today, we have the co-host of the Big Brain podcast, probably the best football player of all time after Tom Brady.
Wow, a little bit better.
Mr. Connor Bergersen!
Clap.
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 Great clap now.
All right.
Hi.
Without further ado, let's mask up like
Now
we finna rob some.
What? I want to talk about cash.
Connor, what we do on this podcast?
up, boys?
Oh, dude, what's going on, bro?
How are you?
Thanks for coming,
Thanks for
bro.
What's going on, bro?
Appreciate
That was
you.
a terrible dap. Can we try? I mean, it's a left-handed dap, dude. I don't have. No.
Yeah.
All right, listen. We play a game on this show before we get into the podcast. So,
Okay.
Aliki, let us know what we got going on.
Okay,
I play games, so don't play games with me.
Big facts.
Wow, here we go. So, Connor has a character called One-Upped Guy. So, in honor of One-Upped Guy, we're going to be playing One-Upped. This is a memory game where in each round you'll start by drawing a comment out of the glass and reading it. The next person will restate the comment and add a one-up. Then the next person will restate both comments and add their one-up, and so on and so forth. Once someone messes up, the round is over and that person gets a point. Person with the most points loses. For the loser, we're going to take it back to your sporting days. For the audience, the Thieves used to wrestle. Connor used to play college football.
Oh, yeah.
So for the rest of the episode, when the loser hears music start, you will be hypnotized into thinking you're in the middle of a football game or a wrestling match. When the music ends, you're back in the podcast.
So I have permission to slam Connor on his back.
I mean, you could try.
You have permission to find out what the consequences of that are too. Gregory, was the audio good on that? Am I
Did it come in clear? Okay. Loud and clear. I heard it.
All right,
kinda
man.
don't want that smoke.
Let's get it. Who should start?
I'll start because my memory's the worst.
Oh, I have CTE, so
All right.
where the fuck are we? Sorry, I shouldn't. Is this no swears?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Oh, you're good.
My fault. I shouldn't use profanity.
I got an A+ in high school biology.
I got an A+ in high school biology, and I got an A+ in high school chemistry.
Okay. Well, I got an A+ in high school biology and an A+ in high school chemistry. And also, I had a perfect score on my SAT.
Well, I got an A+ in high school biology and an A+ in high school chemistry and a perfect score on my SAT. And also, I was the teacher's pet.
I got an A+ in high school biology, and I got an A+ in high school chemistry, and I got a perfect score on my SAT, and I was the teacher's pet. And I also fuck. And wait, I got an A+ in high school chemistry. I got a fucking what did you say at the first one? Fuck, man. Fuck.
Let's go.
It's
Is
harder.
that a point
It's
already
actually
off rip? That's a practice round, Gregory. God damn it.
all right.
Is that a
All
point
right.
off rip?
No, that's the point off rip,
Off
brother.
rip, brother.
I'm
Damn
sorry,
it.
bro.
I still
All
don't want
right.
him to go back into his
Let's have
football ways,
loser
bro.
start the next round.
Loser starts the next round. Let's get it.
Say less.
Just letting y'all. Thank you. I'm just trying to get y'all comfortable, you know?
Oh, dude, I'm comfortable, bro. You crack under pressure?
Brother,
That's the thing that happens with you?
my middle name is Pressure.
Pause.
No, it genuinely is. It genuinely is.
Connor Pressure Bergersen. That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard, bro.
That's just like MMA.
Hey, put that in the title, Greg.
Kind of go crazy. Kind of goes crazy. I never needed braces.
I mean, that's cool. I never needed braces. And I also never needed any cosmetic work whatsoever.
Actually, I never needed braces. Also, I never needed any cosmetic work whatsoever. But that's because my penis was already enlarged.
I never needed braces, and I never needed any cosmetic work whatsoever. And my penis was already enlarged. And I bleached my butthole.
Shout out Kanye. Shout Shout out Kanye.
Shout out to the boy.
Man, dude, I never needed braces. I never needed any cosmetic work whatsoever. My penis was enlarged. Not only that, I bleached my butthole, and I be hitting crazy reps in the gym, bruh.
That's so intense.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on. This started from braces.
Bro, listen.
Okay,
listen.
keep going.
If you're not as beautiful, just say that.
Look, bro, I never needed braces. Also, never needed any cosmic surgery whatsoever.
Cosmic? Are you Neil deGrasse Tyson? Bro's talking planets right now.
Cosmetic surgery whatsoever. Also bleached my butthole. I be hitting hella reps in the gym. And also, your wife said my skin looks great.
Okay, look, I'm gonna stop you right there.
What
I'm
happened?
gonna stop. I let you finish,
He
but
messed up?
you did miss one.
I think
I missed
he messed
one.
up.
Oh, no!
Get him out of here! Get him out of here!
Which one did I miss?
You missed the penis.
My own one?
You missed the penis.
Dang
You
it,
did.
dude. That's because it's not true. That's not true. I told a lie.
That's because it genuinely is that small.
He lives in 0 degree weather.
No.
Shout out. Up for
Loser
debate.
starts. The loser starts.
I start. All right.
The loser starts? I don't get to start this time? No, it's okay.
Loser starts,
That's
okay.
okay. No, I'm with it.
I started walking at 8 months old.
I started walking at 8 months old, and I said my first words 4 minutes out of the womb.
Jesus. Okay, I'm not remembering that.
Yeah.
Dapped up the doctor.
No, I started walking at 8 months old, and yeah, I said my first words 4 minutes out of the womb. I also graduated from Harvard by 3rd grade.
I'm going to struggle with this. I started walking at 8 months old. Also said my first words 4 minutes out of the womb. I also graduated Harvard.
And what else?
And when I was 16, I said nigga for the first time.
That's so foul. That's so foul, bro. Connor, how much is your internet stardom worth to you?
God.
You guys want to go fucking viral?
He goes, I'm from Canada. I don't give a fuck about that word. That has nothing to do with me.
I live 4,000 miles from any black person ever. I'll say it right now.
Let's hear it.
I started walking at 8 months old, and I said my first words 4 minutes out of the womb. And I also graduated from Harvard. And when I was 16, I donated 12,000 of after-tax dollars to the Martin Luther King Foundation.
We appreciate that, bro.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, one race.
Big facts.
So are we replacing that one?
Yes,
with that?
we are. It was unfair. It was unfair. It was unfair.
Oh, man, I
We're
low-key
having
wasn't
fun.
even
We're
paying
having fun.
attention.
We're
See,
having
you
fun.
try to play with me. I spin that shit right back, man.
Let's go. Man, I started walking when I was 8 months old.
No shit.
Said my first words 4 minutes out of the womb.
What'd you say?
I said, what's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Yeah, I was like, I'm here, bitch. Yeah, 4 minutes out of the womb. I mean, I graduated from Harvard by 3rd grade. When I was 16, I donated $12,000 to the Martin Luther King Foundation.
This man's memory is
You're welcome,
bueno.
bro.
Appreciate it, bro. That's
That was the worst dap of all time. I'm not even recovering on that
$12,000
one.
didn't do nothing for
That
the
was
black
more
community.
racist than me saying the N-word. That set us back even more.
That's right.
That's crazy.
And yeah, I won a Nobel Peace Prize before I turned 21.
Well, I started walking at 8 months old. Said my first words 4 minutes out of the womb. I also graduated Harvard by the 3rd grade. And when I was 16 years old, I donated $12,000 to the Martin Luther King Foundation. And also, whatever Nate said last time. Damn it!
Oh, thank God, because I wouldn't have had it. Thank
You
God.
should have tapped in for a second longer, bro. You would have had it.
I still don't have it. Dang it, dude.
Nobel Peace Prize before 21.
Oh, dang, I Forgot about that. Okay,
Dude,
well, looks
hey,
like
listen,
I'm gonna have
guys.
to slam Connor.
Listen, I know I didn't get any points on that, but let me just say, the entire time I was like, I'm not gonna get this. I'm not gonna do it. Every time I went into it, I'm like, I'm fucked.
Well,
Yeah.
It
we
was
do
a
have one
resilience.
more round, so that's one more opportunity for you to.
He's already got 2.
What happens if we tie? Right, because he has a point.
We'll do sudden death.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Loser.
Oh yeah, that's me. Whew. All right. I made $50 selling lemonade when I was 8.
I made $50 selling lemonade when I was 8, and whoops. I was about to say I fucked your bitch
In middle school, in the back of the bus.
What was it again? What was it? I made $50 selling lemonade when I was 8. Is that what it was?
Yep.
Yeah.
I made $50 selling lemonade when I was 8, and I 3x'd my portfolio, my investment portfolio, by the time I was 16.
Yes.
Sorry, that's finance lingo for you guys. Are you cool with that? Sorry, it's all right. I can
Yeah, no, I mean,
Dumb it down for me a little bit.
I make a money.
he make it a guapo. Dinero.
Spanish.
Dinero.
All right.
I made $50 selling lemonade when I was 8. Is that right?
Yeah.
Damn. Hey, look, I tapped in. And then I tripled my investment portfolio by the time I was 16. At age 20, I sold my lemonade stand for $3 billion.
I made $50 selling lemonade when I was 8. By the time I was 16, I triple X my investment portfolio. When I was 20, I made $20 million. Yep, that's right. That's right.
I don't know. You got to commit.
20 million selling my lemonade company. Yes, that's it.
Was that right?
Yes, that's right.
Maybe it's a few billion short, but
we're gonna let it go.
We're gonna let it
we
slide.
let
Slide.
numbers
My memory
be
is lost.
flexible.
3 billion.
See, okay.
I made $50 on lemonade when I was 8.
Did you say yours?
Oh no. When I was 80 years old.
We're adding to that one. Fuck.
When I was 27 years old, I met Warren Buffett.
Oh, you know him. Yeah. Tell him he owes me like $50 billion. I made $50 selling lemonade when I was 8. I 3x'd my portfolio by the time I was 16. And I made $20 billion selling my lemonade stand at 20 years old, whatever that one is. And when I was 27 years old, I met Warren Buffett. And when I was 28, I hired Warren Buffett. Don't fucking play with me.
That's so good.
Well, dude, I mean, I made $50 when I was 8 years old selling lemonade, and then by the time I was 16, I had triple X my portfolio. By age 20,
Triple X my portfolio.
triple X. He said triple X, dude.
Rokies.
He said triple X. That was kind of my head. All right, look.
Vin Diesel movie, great one.
I 3X my portfolio, investment portfolio, to be specific. not a literal, just
His memory is astounding.
yeah, dude. And when I was 20 years old, I sold my lemonade stand for $3 billion. It was $3 billion. That was the initial one that I said before it got distorted through the telephone.
Okay.
Matt knows what I'm talking
knows,
about.
Okay.
Just hella
Yeah,
passive.
well, I mean, when I was age 27, I met Warren Buffett, and when I was 28, I hired Warren Buffett, and when I was 29, I beat Magnus Carlsen in a chess match.
Magnus Carlsen, huh? Got you. I made $50 selling lemonade at 8 years old. By the time I was 16, I 3x my investment portfolio. By the time I was 20, I sold my lemonade company for $3 billion. By the time I was 20,
US dollars?
yes.
Wow.
By the time I was 27, met Warren Buffett, but by 28, I hired him. Then Magnus Carlsen
At what age?
at age 29. And Magnus Carlsen did something for me.
Dang, David.
I beat him in a chess match, bro.
That's what I was going to say. Damn it, dude.
Wow,
All right, it's all
David.
good.
It's all good.
It's
Hey,
all
look,
good.
I feel like that was good. I feel like we were really struggling through that. We ain't got good memory. I don't feel
No,
like
you have good memories, sir.
Me?
Yeah, you did a good job.
Yours is good.
I was
Yeah.
nervous. My palms are sweaty. These are weak.
Okay,
Arms are heavy.
so David, since you lost, should we just do a practice round of this
Yeah,
punishment?
dude.
You know
Let's see
I
what
mean?
this kind of wrestling thing.
Yeah, give me some. Oh, hey.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, bro, how'd you get into comedy?
I just really liked making people laugh, and I just
just bit that man just being
Wow.
sexually assaulted.
Wow.
and then act like nothing happened.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
keep doing the
I know that
podcast.
was good. That was good, bro.
Okay, was that good?
No, you got to be like
That was
Coach
great.
Phillips.
That
Am
was
I in
great.
frame if I just
gotta
like get zooted right here?
What?
Yeah, yeah.
You freaking numbnuts.
Bro, dude, I love that guy.
Connor, dude, I appreciate you coming all the way from Canada, dude.
Talk to me.
Let's go.
What's up, man?
Let's go, man.
Boys.
I'm very excited that you're here. I am happy that you agreed to come down here.
Thanks for having me.
I found you on TikTok a couple years ago, bro, and I was like, this guy's funny. And I kept, I watched through one of your whole videos, and then you start getting served more naturally. And I was like, okay, yeah, he's really got it. Then you broke out of the One-Up character. You started getting into some other stuff, and I was like, okay, this dude really like understands it and cares about the comedy thing. So I was like, we got to get him for Debating the Pod. So again, man, dude, thank you for coming.
Thank you, bro.
This is
Appreciate
awesome.
it, man. No, seriously, very, 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 very happy to be here. Grateful you guys brought me down and set this all up. This is very, very cool. You guys are awesome, and thanks for the kind words.
Dude, 100%.
Thanks for being here, bro.
I see you. You noticed earlier the shrine that we had. We wanted to have a good podcast episode with you, so like last night we set that up and just did like a series of prayer meditations.
7
in front of
catches
it.
a game, average. Probably 84 yards per game, average.
We watched your highlight reel.
Yeah, we did.
We're aware.
On Huddle.
Which one?
Oh, the 19-minute one. It was really good. By the
Was
way,
that the
if you-
Huskies or the
Wait,
no, it
which
was the
one?
T-Birds.
T-Birds? Okay, got you.
No, not T-Birds.
Wasn't it? It wasn't the T-Birds.
No. I don't know.
He doesn't know.
Look,
I would have private.
do your fans know this about you?
What's this?
That you play football, bro?
No, I keep it pretty. I keep it pretty aside from it all, just because like I tried to like I really when that chapter closed, I didn't want to be the guy that kept talking about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
like even
We all know that guy. Yeah. I know
We
what you
all
mean.
know that
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
right? I mean, I probably even made a skit about that guy, but we all know the guy who keeps. It's like once that chapter closed,
heyday.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I
his
was like,
crowning achievement.
I told myself that when I hung it all up, and like I was like lucky enough that I came to the realization that like I wanted to leave the game as opposed to like like I was like, you know what, I'm done. I was like, I had to be real with myself. It's like, could have maybe got a rookie CFL contract playing special teams, running down on kickoff and getting CTE for 3 years. But I was like, you know what, I gotta close the book on this chapter. And I was like, once I did, I was like, I'm not like I'll talk about it and if it's talking about how we got here about life, but I'm never gonna be the guy that's like. It's like, well, I did play football. Like,
Right.
I'm never going to be, I was like, you know what? That's not,
Feel that.
I closed that chapter.
At what point did comedy start kind of creeping in here? Like, what was that journey into comedy like? Did that coincide with football? Is this something you were kind of thinking about along that? Or?
Yeah, well, it was like, I mean, I played football for like 12, 13 years. I played since I was, I don't know, 2006. I would have been, whatever, 10 years old, 9 years old. I think when I went off to college at UBC in Vancouver, I started making videos on Vine. You guys remember Vine?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Classic, bro.
Shout out Vine.
Started making videos on Vine like every single day, and like
So that
really
was a minute ago. Then.
oh yeah, for real. No,
that's wild.
Kids these days don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
That was the OG short form, dude. That was
OG
the first.
short
That was the
form.
first one, bro.
yeah, for real. That kicked off all this shit, like all the TikTok, like all this like new
Right,
content. And Vine came out, and I was just about to go off to college and play football at UBC in Vancouver. And I started making Vines, and it was very like, you're just making funny videos or whatever. But then like guys like Cody Ko and Noel Miller and Nick Coletti, and like all those like OG Viners who were just making like really funny like 6-second videos. I just got like so infatuated by it, and I started like making my own. And I would really make like real video. I'd make like every single day. I would write a 6-second little skit, and like with a punchline, with a character. Like it's a really hard thing to do to set up, pay and pay off a premise. Like you really got to like pick and choose. It was such a cool art form to be able to make a joke in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And I just did it as like a side thing. Almost, it was kind of like a hidden, like I was about to go off to play football, but I'm like making Vines. I felt like the guy. I felt like I was playing football, but I was like, I want to dance in ballet. Like it was
Right.
I was very like,
Jump
all right,
in.
I'm just making stupid Vines, but in reality, I was like, fuck, I want to be freaking. I want to be funny so bad. And
It's like that Cobra and Blue movie where he wants to do jump rope, but he's a
yeah,
boxer.
yeah. It's like in real life, like I would get so clowned, like just jump rope. But and then went off to college Went off to college and like got instantly like really depressed. I went to a very rainy city, like Vancouver. For people who don't know, it's like very Seattle, like rainy, and you go also in the fall, so you're going into the winter where it's just like that. Gray, rainy every day. I started playing football for a team that like the coach was an asshole, and like he was just very like, you know, just completely sucked any sort of life or fun or love out of the game. And this was at the same time that I was like, fuck, I really like this comedy thing. Like people would tell me, they'd be like, dude, I watched your Vine, it made me laugh. And I would be like, holy fucking shit, that's way better than any fucking thing I've ever experienced. And then so I would just kind of keep making Vines kind of a little bit on the side. And I started like, you know, I would stop going to classes, like started really like phasing out of it, would be like getting in fights with the coach. Like he would be like chirping me and like saying fighting words, and I'd be like chirping him back. And I was just like, dude, I'm just here to like, I eventually got to the point where I was just there to like basically chirp other players on other teams and make people laugh. Like literally just doing like basically crowd work on the field. And just not even worrying about playing or anything like that. I was just chirping other players and trying to get laughs to be like, fuck yeah, this is like stand-up comedy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
crazy. Yeah,
and then at
That's
the end,
actually really interesting because you were consciously thinking that.
Consciously
you're like
thinking
I'm
that.
trying to like practice doing bits on the football field. That's super dope.
Yeah.
Actually.
And then at the end of that season, I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here. And I remember I'd be like laying in bed and I would just like watch. Like I watched Dave Attell Roadwork. He's a really like you know, he's not a mainstream comedian like the Louis and the Burrs and the Chappelles, but he's like a comic. He's like the most legendary club comedian of all time. And I watched one of his specials in my college dorm room. My co-host Matt remembers that college dorm. It was literally like you could stand in the middle of it and touch all four walls. Like it was like a prison bed.
Yeah.
With like it was communal bathrooms and shit like that. Like it was a fucking nightmare. And I watched that special and I just watched it like 9 times in a row. And I was like, I'm just gonna, whatever this is, I got to do something like this. And then I left, and then I went to the junior team in Edmonton, and I was coached by an amazing guy named Ian McLean, who was like, he was kind of like a player's coach, opposite of what I just came from.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who totally like kind of like let me be me and like let me be kind of like a shithead. When I played, I was always kind of a shithead, you know, like let me chirp and let me be a dick and let me just kind of, you know, like not a dick, but let me instead of like running it like a military camp.
Right.
And then that really kind of like, you know, brought the love back for it, but that came time to hang it up, and I was like, I gotta just go on this comedy shit. And he's still one of like, I would consider him like a best friend to like,
bro,
fire, dude.
You know what, bro? Question. So I feel like football, but I feel like football is like straight up though, like one of the most demanding sports in terms of like they require a lot of you. You have to be at a lot of different things. You have to travel a lot. Do you feel like you've taken some of that work ethic into this creative field? Yeah,
totally. Like the thing is like I think like y'all played sports too. Like it's very it's like I found the biggest thing was once you make it your identity, there's not even really an acknowledgement of like the work anymore. It was like if you were a football player, you practice every day. It wasn't like, fuck, you know, we're working hard. We got to practice every day. It was just what you did. So now it's like, you know, once I went and did that, I was like, I'm going to just make comedy every day. I'm going to make videos every day. I'm going to do whatever. It didn't even really like, it set me up to not even have to like acknowledge or like brace this like hard work factor.
Right.
It was really about like, when you make something your identity, you're a football player or you're a comedian or you're a content creator, whatever it is. It was just like, oh, this is just what I do every single fucking day now. It's not about like hard work, about like, you know, you're grinding, whatever like this. It's just like, it sets you up for like, whatever it is that you're doing. It's just what you are now.
It also helps to have just that passion. You know what I'm saying? Because it's clear you care about it. I mean, you left football to pursue it. You were, you know, you even detached yourself from football even while you were in the midst of it. So, you know what I'm saying, to do that. So, I mean, yeah. Like but that's interesting. So like your first taste of like, I love this was when you were making the Vines or when you were, or like how quickly into that were you like, I love this?
Oh my God. I mean, honestly, like after like the third or fourth one, I remember taking a stab at it and like trying to make one like that. I can't remember. Oh, I remember what it was. I did, it was a 6-second Vine. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is my audition for Helen Keller in the Helen Keller documentary. And then I just went. like that, and that was it. And it just and it went,
Perfect
it got
6-second
like a whole
content.
bunch of fucking loops and comments, and people were like laughing at it and shit like that. And I was just like, dude, this is the most amazing feeling of all time.
Fire.
Yeah, it was.
So
it was
came
cool.
it came from that feeling of people appreciating your.
Yeah,
your art.
totally. Yeah.
I love that, dude.
That's
And
awesome.
I heard you mentioned that like you were doing a lot of effort into writing. Me and Nate love to chat about some of the deeper levels and nuances of each craft. And you mentioned like it's very hard to get the butt of a joke finished like in 6 seconds. What are some of the things you were doing? Like in terms of crafting a 6-second video?
Well, the funny thing about the short form content, and which is hard if you come from like traditional sketch, if you look at like SNL or something like that, where it's like the whole sketch, you have several minutes to intro it, build it, set it up, introduce characters, have a beginning, middle, end, and then a payoff. The thing with these short form videos, and which is now on TikTok too, and even mine, are, I make mine about a minute now or whatever. But you start the video, it's this weird thing now with the audience where they don't need any extra shit. Like with the One-Up guy, like when the video starts, it's already in the conversation. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not starting. It's not I'm not starting the video by like playing another character and being like, oh, this is my friend. This is my friend John. He runs like a finance firm and drives a Ferrari.
drop in the middle of a scene.
Then you're setting it up like, oh, this is a rich guy. It's taking a minute to get to it, and then he kind of builds up. It starts at the fucking punchline.
Yeah.
It really does. Like you kind of start the shit at the punchline.
Love that, yeah.
But what punchline it is? I remember there was a Chappelle in one of Chappelle's specials. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was one where he was wearing the jumpsuit, one of the recent ones. And he said what he would do is he would write punchlines on paper and put them in a fishbowl, and he would pull them out like the punchline, and then he would reverse like do a joke based on the punchline that like he what pulled out. And I remember being like, dude, that kind of encapsulates like what it is, because you're starting at this punchline, and whatever the punchline is, or like the rest of the video is, it's covering everything else.
So he was doing improv. You're saying he was doing improv off of that? Like he would start with one punchline premise?
No, I think I think he was saying how he was. I mean, it might have been a fake bit, but he was part of the joke was he was saying what he does at home to like write jokes. He would like he would at home put a bunch of piece of paper in a bowl with punchline. Punchline is whatever. I think in the bit it's like I kicked her in the pussy. He pulls it out and then writes the joke, like goes back on it, right?
Yeah, okay.
But like with a TikTok or a Vine, whatever like this, you're almost starting it at that. Like you're saying I kicked her in the pussy, and the audience gets the before shit. You're starting it at what crazy thing this character is saying or whatever, and everything else is, it's already set up. So I feel like that's such a cool thing about like short form content, is that like it's just kind of getting right to it and understanding that the audience is gonna get what the fuck is going on.
Yeah,
it's a cool relationship with the audience to like start to almost like you're jumping off the cliff of being like, I really hope people get this, because it's not. Yeah, I'm not babying it to them,
totally.
And then they get it. It's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was gonna say, like, we talked about Aldo a little bit, one of my favorite TikTokers, and he does the exact same thing. Like you're just transported into the middle of a situation.
The video starts. It's like his waist down shot at Walmart, and he's like screaming and spitting, and you're like, I don't need to see him walking in weird. I fucking get it. I get it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's starting at the thing.
Shout out Aldo.
Shout out Aldo.
What a goat, bro.
What a goat, dude.
Yeah.
That's your cue.
So I got another question for you, bro.
Yeah, man. What's up?
Actually, I was wondering. So in terms of
comedy.
That's kind of hard to do, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
About to get out of breath.
I love how you gave up your legs. You were like, wrestle me.
That's how
he's in a chair.
Just like a dog. Just like,
y'all seen that meme? It's like when you break into a jiu-jitsu guy's house and he's like, he just starts
butting in towards you. Yeah.
Come at me.
You know him as a comedian, but this man can really play football. Like, let me should we roll some clips of his highlight reel? Now, we can't do the entire 2-hour long highlight reel of every
no
100-yard touchdown he's run back.
Oh, let's do that one where, bro, he just ran through that dude. That's
all right, let's do it.
Cool.
Yo, okay, all right. Let's jump back into comedy here. I'm curious to know. So we do a thing called rank. You know, usually do a rank system. This would be a easy alley oop, but I think that the audience will appreciate this. Who would you say are the top 3 comedic influences on you and your brand of comedy?
Comedic influences different than favorite comedians. Like favorite comedians would be like my favorite stand-ups ever, but comedic influences on me, I feel like would be a whole nother list. Is that what you're asking?
I'm thinking so, because like favorite
Yeah.
comedians is an interesting one, but
Favorite
but almost
comedians is
which one do you feel like you like?
Because comedic influences honestly would be I even said like probably it's like my favorite comics are like, you know, Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Dave Attell, Patrice O'Neill, fucking gone too soon. He would have been the best ever. Dave Attell. But comedic influences on like me, and especially considering I started focusing more on short form and wasn't traditional stand up. Like, I mean, a guy like Nick Coletti, like I don't think I would have made Vines and then therefore made short form content and therefore made videos and therefore been here today with you lovely people. If it wasn't for like Nick Coletti, who are some other like, do you remember like those OG guys? Casey Fry, you know what I'm saying? Like those guys, and like they kind of
Evan Breen. Do you like Evan Breen?
Yeah,
bro, he's funny. Turtle or
LA Turtle.
LA Turtle.
Is that a Vine
dude.
person as well?
I think
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
on Vine. Yeah, dude.
Just-
He was
was
funny
King
as
was
hell.
King was it Batch? Is King Batch on Vine? Was he on Vine? I think he was too. That's a whole different area.
Separate weird dude. But
What, you know him?
I know him. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool.
No, I don't know him personally. I just mean.
Oh, gotcha.
Not influenced by him in any way whatsoever. And it's weird, like I guess comedic influences, like maybe not even influence them like by them comedic style wise, because they kind of do like maybe more obscure, like kind of like just weird comedy, and I love it. But it's just like as far as influences on me, like where I would have been, like I wouldn't have even been here today if I didn't see Nick Coletti putting a raw hot dog in a zipper and then putting it in the fan and going as soon as I touch the fan and the vine stops. Like I was like, oh, I want to do that for the rest of my life. Just make those videos, and then fucking here we are talking about fucking comedy and shit. It's a trip. So
that's awesome. I like that you have a foot in the stand-up world as well as the short form, and you have an appreciation for both. Like you probably saw that Dave Chappelle on Joe Rogan, where they were talking about Joe Rogan kept trying to talk about Andrew Schultz, and
he was like, I don't do that internet shit.
But they're like, no, he does, but he's also legit in all those areas. But I think that's cool for you to just have a love for both of them without having to make this like weird division. It's just a different format. So I think that's cool.
You do stand up as well.
I do stand up as well. So I started even doing stand up like a while ago. I started before COVID, and then I had no traction in it really. It's so hard to, I had no traction in anything, videos or anything. I think I had no TikTok account. I had no Instagram following. I had like 400 followers on Instagram. And before COVID was doing stand up, and then COVID happened and stand up had to shut down, and I had no momentum enough to be like, oh, when this COVID shit goes away, I'll pick up right back. Like I felt like it was like, oh, I got to just like write
start
it off.
completely over.
So then I kind of started getting back into stand up again recently. But the stand up world, like talking about that Schultz bit about Chappelle and Rogan talking about it, is like I get it, because traditional stand-ups, like for me too, I see it, like some of my friends are traditional stand-ups like in Toronto and stuff like that, and like they specifically avoid that internet shit because they have such pride in traditional stand-up, because as you should. And like I've done the bombings of shows. I've went to the fucking open mics at 2 a.m. at Rick's Bar and Grill for only the bartender, and you're telling jokes, and all you hear is just the dishwasher running and shit. Like I've done that, but I got really lucky by the internet shit popping off, and then I could kind of go other routes and explore other things. But for guys who are still in traditional stand-up, still earning their stripes in boot camp, it's like they take pride in like not the internet shit. And I would never try to convince Chappelle to even entertain that shit, because there's so much pride in the pain of that.
Look,
route.
that's interesting, because I think I disagree. I think that with the stand-up thing, like we know that's its own beast, its own difficult thing. Internet people have a hard time going over there a lot of times. And then vice versa, the stand-up people can't do the short form stuff. And I feel like you can still have an appreciation and a respect for each different art form. It's almost like when I heard that Dave Chappelle like responding in that way, it seemed to me like it was reminiscent of like in the music industry where, you know, people had a whole like
new genres and shit come up and
or maybe not even genres, but it just seemed like really old hat, like old business, like how things used to be done. Like,
Wait,
it was,
what did Chappelle say?
He was just talking about how like Joe Rogan was trying to talk about Andrew Schultz doing the Netflix
doing internet videos and doing like he ended up doing a Netflix series, but he was basically talking about like his Instagram videos. He would just make like some internet videos during COVID when stand up went away, which was a brilliant move that blew him up really because you couldn't do any stand up.
Yeah.
And Chappelle was like, "Oh no, I don't fuck with that internet shit," basically, and it kind of blew up.
That's so weird, being that, you know, he had one of the most successful comedy shows of all time. Like he's done
Chappelle. Like
the Chappelle show.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
that's
the internet's just a different medium for
that actually is super ironic.
It's just TV. But
Also,
it's like,
also for the record, I love Dave Chappelle. I think we all love Dave Chappelle,
Obviously,
and he's
yeah.
a genius and all that. I think every now and then they can have an opinion or something where they get caught in a little moment of pride. I'm just saying I don't think the pride.
yeah.
I don't think the pride is
yeah.
necessary because I think these are just two different disciplines. It's like me like hating on country music because they don't have as many words or can't rap as fast as I can or something like that. Where it's like it's just I can appreciate it for what it
same
is.
thing like with music that like streaming. You know, like I'm sure when records went to CDs and then CDs went to iTunes and now it's just streaming. Whoever kind of makes their bread and earns their stripes in that one way, they see a new way come up and life gets more convenient. Life always gets more convenient, but I think convenient doesn't always mean easier per se, because like you know, doing the internet videos is still fucking hard. And also I had years, I mean, I was fucking, you know, talking about Vine. I've been making videos since Vine. Making videos, and like I've told the story before with my friend Matt on the podcast about like, you know, when you bomb in stand up, it's much more painful, it's embarrassing and whatever like that, but it's usually an open mic where there's not many people, or you know, maybe it's a whatever kind of show, a little bit bigger, but it's nothing and it kind of stays in that room. Like I would make videos and they'd be getting 7 likes and 11 likes and 12 likes, and then I would like go to like, I had a girlfriend at the time, I would like go to her family dinner, you know what I'm saying, and like, and you know, her grandparents would like ask me what I do, and I'd be like, oh, I make like internet videos, and they'd, what the like you have to wear it with you everywhere because it's on your profile,
right
and I'd go start new jobs and I'd hear my coworkers like in the office over like watching my videos and like making fun of it and shit, because like it's
corny.
pain kind of going on and on and on because
right.
Your bombs they're on the internet. Remember that fucking guy? Sorry, I'll get back to kind of the.
No, you're good. You're
kind of going off a side point, but there was a guy, you probably remember this too. He made a TikTok. I can't remember what his name was, but he was like, "Hey SNL, I'm auditioning for SNL. Here's why you should have me on." Remember? He was like, "Here's why you should have me on SNL," and he started like doing like a singing, dancing thing, and it was the corniest shit of all fucking time. But it went viral for people clowning on him. Like big, it was probably the biggest video of that year.
Yeah.
He never made a video again. I don't even know if he deleted his social media. He like that. If he did that at an open mic, it would have been 7 people who were like, "What the fuck?" And then he would have walked away, and it would have been over.
Right.
That guy blew up. That video probably got to SNL.
Yeah, he just got shamed out of even pursuing it anymore.
SNL probably looked at that video and went, "Holy fucking shit!" And then that guy never made a video again.
Yeah,
and but he just bombed at an open mic. That's all that was.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's like the Rebecca Black situation too.
Yeah, very, very similar.
Especially a Friday, and it's like,
yeah, I mean,
it took her an entire decade.
I'm sure she made a bag off that song too, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
but like,
fair,
but same shit. It's like if she wrote that song and that song sucked, and she did it at a like music open mic, it's just the fucking 12 people at the thing who are just like, oh, she sucks, and then it's that's it. That song has 1 billion views on YouTube. She'll be 50. And people will still be like, "Oh my god, you're that Friday chick!" Like, it fucking sucks, you know. So like, that's the thing about videos is like, I would hear people from my hometown being like, "Holy fuck, like these stupid videos." But you're getting better. You're bombing. That's all. So it's more convenient because I can make a video at home. It's not necessarily easier. Convenient doesn't. Convenient we think means easier, but it's doesn't always translate to just like less pain.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm making that all the way back to, I think, what we were talking about with like, you know, fucking traditional music, the records to CDs. And now they see kids blowing up off the internet, off streams. But like y'all know, like bro, the streaming shit is a fucking kids are getting shafted on this streaming shit. So it's more convenient because you can make a song on TikTok and it blows up and you get like Spotify streams. It doesn't necessarily mean that your life is just easier now because you weren't selling records. Like now you're still grinding in an entirely different way. You can do it in your fucking underwear drinking a coffee on your couch, but now you're grinding because you're getting paid 0.0003 cents off of a stream instead of fucking making money off selling records. Like it's all like the world gets more convenient, but the pain doesn't go away of trying to like make something happen.
No, I totally agree. And I think there's a inclination to not want to adapt to that as well. I just wanted to push back on one point real quick. That's not the nature of this podcast, but no,
please.
I would say Spotify, just for independent artists listening, Spotify is the place I made money first. And I think there's a lot
I
of...
say this with I made that... I don't know anything about the music business. I just know that people are fighting to get more money off streams. Like
Facts.
whatever
No,
you would know more.
100%.
Yes, but continue.
This is just a PSA for
Yes.
independent artists
Yeah.
because I think that this is a conversation that happens a lot with musicians, and I think a lot of musicians are misinformed. So it's you're talking about 0.003 or 0.004. That's of $1. But you have to have scale in the music. That's what makes it hard. Same thing with comedy.
Yeah.
It's like you just have to have scale. It's not a bakery where you can have a local market and the product people are paying for is $20 or whatever the case is.
You got to level it up.
So you have to have just scale, and that's the problem. I think people get 5,000 monthly listeners and are like, why am I not making $60,000 a year off of music? Or the other situation is if they have a lot of listeners, a lot of times it's the back end business that's fucked up. So you know what I'm saying? That rate is the same whether or not you have a manager that takes a commission or a record label. But dude, I think you're 100% right on that overall. And it's like you just have to. I mean, so many of the, like when we make fun of old heads for, just being in their ways, it's because they just fail to adapt. And I feel like if you fail to adapt and shift with where the technology and stuff is going, at some point, if you just decide to stop challenging yourself to learn new things and adapt your way of doing it, you will get left behind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And you see that
100%.
all the time. I mean, dude, I still see artists like trying to sell their music direct to fan on Bandcamp.
I buy those sometimes, unfortunately. I'll be at the gas station and they'll give me like, I'm like, dude, I feel...
You're talking about CDs?
Yeah,
like CDs from people?
At the mall, it's like a gangster. I haven't put it in my CD player once, but it's like $5. I'm like,
I don't have a CD player in my car.
oh,
They're selling me a CD. I don't own a CD player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, no, I
subtle flex,
feel,
subtle flex,
you,
yeah, I still have a CD player. Subtle flex.
no, but
I like your Tesla now. I like your Tesla.
listen.
I'll drive my Prius.
All I'm saying though is that you feel bad for him.
Right.
You feel
That's what
bad
it
for him
is.
because you don't feel bad for him because you don't even. It's not even that you respect the hustle necessarily because you're like, no, hey brother, like you're about 15 years behind now.
Yeah.
Like you're 10 years behind on what you should be doing.
Bro.
You can distribute your music on DistroKid for no ads. You can distribute your music on DistroKid for like $30 a year, dude.
Don't
and
put
just
my face
unlimited.
in that clip. I don't want to be
Yeah, big
associated
facts.
with.
Bro,
with the
it's funny because I think a lot of that the sadness comes from like my best friend being an artist too. A lot of times I literally am like, yo, Nate. I remember Nate used to just do this, but I
I
also
used to
feel that
sell
way
CDs
about
hand to hand, for real.
At
Like
cross
thousands.
country practice, bro, where you just
high
like a mass
school.
amount of
That's a
people.
grind, dude.
But no, even with I have friends who are trying to be comedians or who are even just a small success, and I'm like, even if I don't find the video funny, I'll try to like it, comment on it. I think it's just because we have that similar, even though I'm in the world of providing the service of video, it's like very early on, it was just like, David's shooting little videos in this town that are terrible.
Yeah,
it was like it was like a joke until you do it, right?
Yeah, of course.
So
Yeah.
it's weird because I always find that funny how we have a similar experience in this creative industry in terms of, you know what I mean?
Dude, you know what's funny? I just had my 10-year high school reunion and pulled up there. I was meeting all the people and like a lot of them were giving me a lot of props and stuff for my career because, dude, I mean, just to give everybody context if they don't know, I didn't start making a full-time living from music for 8 years into doing it. Like, and when I say 8 years, it wasn't like I was just making music. It was like 8 years of like, how do I distribute my music, create it, print mixtapes, all that.
Yeah.
And, so a lot of people were that used to hate on me a lot, saying gave me props. But I had this one girl that I went to school with for whatever reason. It was so strange. But she was like, she introduced her fiance to me and said, and she was like, hey, this is Nate. He's a rapper. People used to make fun of him all the time in high school, but now he like does it for a living. Like
she said, just said that. It's like that's
crazy.
She said it so
I was
perfect.
like, no. She said people used to laugh at him all the time in high school. Is what they said.
That's fucking crazy.
And I was like, Nice to meet you.
You know what's funny is like it's like people. I actually just did make bad videos though. Like
No, I mean,
you know what I mean,
dude. Same. My
like, there was
songs
a
were
reason.
ass.
There's
No,
a
my
reason they were
songs
making
were
fun
ass.
of it. It's like you were saying. It's like
Well, also your
it was you were bombing.
Yeah, you're bombing it.
Right.
You have to bomb. You have the thing about art. To make a piggyback on your point and all of our points about like why when you see someone doing it, you'll engage with it to kind of help them. Like you want to because you know that like that means so much because arts and entertainment is one of the only things where you have to fail publicly because anything else like if you go to school to be an engineer, you're studying and practicing and failing in private. No one's watching you and being like, oh, you fucked. It's not a crowd of people being like, oh, you fucked that question up, idiot, like, or whatever. And you're going to school to do this shit behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And then when you go to the big game, when you go to fucking, when you get hired and go to actually fucking build a bridge, whatever the fuck it is, you've done all this shit. You've already failed privately. If you want to be a comedian, if you want to be if you want to be a rapper, you're not a rapper until you can make 100 songs or you can write 100 jokes. You're not a rapper or a comedian or a filmmaker until someone else sees it. Because otherwise it's non-existent.
Well, art by nature needs to be consumed.
It has to be consumed.
Yeah.
So in order to actually get better, you have to be doing it like at anything.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a comedian, you have to find people to listen to your jokes. If you want to be a rapper, you have to find people to listen to your music. If you want to be a filmmaker, you got to find people to watch your fucking shit. And it sucks at the start. Everyone sucks at everything when they start.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Except for
That's
me,
true.
I was funny at day one. But okay. No, but it's one of the only things where you have to fail publicly. And that's why we care so much about like when you see someone doing it and it might suck, you're supportive of it because you're like, dude, I fucking know how hard it is to be like, I had this idea for a song or a short film or a joke or whatever like this. I'm going to put this out to strangers and hopefully they don't fucking hate me at the end of it.
Yeah.
It sucks. It fucking really sucks.
Dude, I think that is such a great point. And like, I feel like a nice piece of advice for everybody who's listening to this is to recognize the fact that we're all three relating to this conversation of being made fun of for extended periods of time, for bombing, for all of this. And we still were just so committed to the craft and the passion of what we wanted to do that we just simply did it long enough till we got good enough to perceive praise for it. And you guys can do that if you really care about it at that level. I think a lot of people get stopped at, like that one guy, you know what I'm saying? He had this very embarrassing moment and he was like, I'm not doing this. He bombed in front of the entire world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think another point to this with people making fun of us or not getting it or whatever is that it's also people projecting their own ideas of like they're looking at your thing as a pipe dream. It's like, oh, you think you can do that? That's embarrassing that you think that could be good enough to be this. And I think that's also like, where you just have to be you have to develop confidence around it. You have to realize that those failures, they can't just keep chipping away at, they can't put you deeper and deeper into a hole, because if you allow it to do that, then you will just quit your passion. You actually have to go, I realize that I'm going to have to encounter failures many times over, and that is part of the process of doing it. Then it doesn't derail your confidence.
This isn't really, I mean, I guess it's kind of a pushback, but to a certain extent though, because like I was saying, I was actually just making shitty videos. And now I don't think it's ever okay to make fun of anyone. But it's like I remember just mentally in my head, I would sometimes have this thought of like, well, I want to get as good as I can to where that person goes, that guy's video is good now, it's undeniable.
Right.
It's like the same person who was like, they just like we're just laughing about it, whether it be a family member, you still doing those little video things. It's like I want that person to be like, dang, bro, like I watched that video, it was like, they had me on the edge of my seat. You know what I mean? It's like I want to see that person who's making fun of you at your job. Now it's like, damn, this One-Up video is hilarious.
Exactly.
It's like now. Like I said, I don't think it's a good idea to make fun of people, but I think it's also okay for creatives to just suck at the beginning.
No,
and you continuously have to be like, let's get better.
Like, dude, you got to get chirped. You got to get chirped. Where you guys are Americans, hockey slang. Chirp is, you got to like get, like you kind of have to get made fun of.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to love it so much that you're okay with being made fun of. Because like even like that's why when I made the analogy of people failing privately about stuff, like whatever they're doing, if at any given moment they had to then do it on a stage and get made fun of, a lot of them would switch up. and just not do it anymore because they went in to fucking to do whatever and they don't care about it, but it's not, there's no stakes added, whatever. So, but if at any given point you shined that spotlight on them and put a crowd in front of them, they'd be like, oh, I don't want to fail at it anymore. But like, but to get chirped at it and to get made fun of at it a little bit is like what you need to be told. Like, you need to be told that thing was bad, and you have to make another one that's better, and hopefully the next one is better. If the next one's not bad, and another thing too, it's okay to just quit if you're not good.
That's actually a great point. Yo,
I'm kidding. Don't quit.
It's all right.
Keep going.
David.
Keep going.
No, but I actually no. But actually, I think that's true. I know that you're saying it kind of in a jestful way, but that we know it's true, because here's the thing: you also have to be realistic with yourself. If you haven't made significant creative strides working at it every day over the course of 3 years, as far as the actual content and the creative and the whatever, if you can't objectively look at it and be like, this has like evolved beyond this point.
Am I actually getting better? And do I care
because the thing is, none of us are superstars.
Yeah.
None of us are at superstar level at any of our crafts. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You know, it's
right. No, but I was just saying, in order to get to that point, it's like, okay, well, we just have to continue improving, and if we're not seeing that, then it's like, why would you think that you just keep doing it for 10 years that you just somehow crack
it's okay. Like, when I see people stop doing something, I'm like, that's okay. Like, fucking,
it
was to be honest, it was the same thing with football. Like, I had to be real with myself and be like, am I getting better enough to the point where I'm going to make I wasn't going to make the NFL. I was like, can I make the CFL? I was probably not. Like, probably fucking not. You know what I mean? And that's fucking okay. And you close shop and you go on to the next thing. But it's about like, are you in love with it so much so that you've gone crazy? Yeah. And you'll just keep doing it. Like, I remember when I started making videos, I just was like, I'll just keep doing this forever. Like, I'm just not going to stop. And not because I'm like, I'm the most motivated person on the planet and I have drive and grit and whatever. I was like, once I just made videos, I was like, I'm just a guy who does this now, and I'll keep doing this until I'm like 60. Because I can't just like stop now. It's weird to not, like, you know what I mean? It was like, I remember when I would go get jobs and I had like, you know, videos on my Instagram. They'd be like, who are you? Like, what do you do? Like, why are you here? Whatever, like this. I'd be, you know, so it's weird to like have that like gap in your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, once I started doing it, or once you start doing this thing, you know, I just accepted that. I was like, I'm just going to keep doing this until it happens. Like, not even about like fucking, I'm going to be the fucking best in the goddamn world. I was like, I'm going to just keep doing it. And eventually something will happen. It has to, surely.
Do you believe, now this is kind of off track, but do you believe that people have, you know, sorry, I'm not remembering the name of the movie, but there's a movie starring Scarlett Johansson where she's like, she has such a good personality, and another character asked her, you know, are you an artist? And she was like, unfortunately, I've had to come to ends with the fact that I have a lot to say, and sadly, I'm not gifted enough to say it. And I thought that line in the movie was so beautiful, because it leads to my question of like, you know, do you think that maybe you're not gifted in the arts, but do you think that people have some sort of way that they can say the things they need to say? Because everyone has something to say, in a different way of life, in a different aspect of their life, whether it be like I have a good understanding to believe that my dad has a lot to say by just being the best dad. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is like a whole nother concept we're going down, but
maybe that's a separate, you know, I don't know if art form would be the right way, but like, and that's a separate thing in itself, like using another vehicle to get, everyone's got the thoughts in their head, and it's how do you get them out? Are you a painter? Are you a rapper? Are you a comedian? Or whatever like this? Or are you just a dad? And not just a dad, but I mean, like, are you just being a fucking solid dad and contributing to society by being that? Like, you know, fucking my TikToks.
We need more of those for sure.
Yeah, my TikToks are doing my TikToks are probably a detriment to society, because North Korea is probably looking at North Korea and China are probably looking at that and being like, holy fucking shit, like this is fucking what's going on over in these countries. But like, but like a good dad is fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got ideas in your head about how to be a good fucking parent, and the vehicle for how to get that out is by raising a son or a daughter and having that be a positive thing. That's more beautiful than my fucking TikToks, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out dads out there. You know what I'm saying? All the dads that are in their kids' lives, shout out them.
Shout out my dad too. I make fun of my dad for being a hard ass, but my dad's actually cool as fuck.
That's great. Yo, guys, thanks for watching. Yo, we have an Up for Debate episode with Connor and Matt themselves. It's hilarious, dog. Here's a clip, and the link to watch it is below in the description.
What's going on, y'all? My name's Connor, and we're the Big Brain Boys, educational podcast. We're the two smartest men on the planet.
And my name's Matt, one of the co-hosts, and me and him are the exact same height.
And we're doing Up for Debate live on the Thieves channel. Go check it out right now.
Dude, can we pivot real quick? I want to talk about Canada, bro, because I heard. Oh wow.
Keep going.
Talk about Canada or some
Yeah, no,
shit.
I mean, I just heard that like Canadians, like it's so cold up there. You guys don't have plant life.
It's cold as fuckish. No, there's plant life. You can get them from IKEA for like $80.
They're plastic though.
Yeah, they're plastic.
Yeah. Is it?
What
is
the
it-
fuck was that?
That's a clip.
Is it true that you guys like ice skate everywhere you go?
Holy fucking shit, we're doing
real
this,
rumor.
eh? No, dude, I tell you what, I think I'm the one guy in Canada who doesn't know how to fucking skate.
Really?
Yeah, everyone just knows how to fucking skate. Like everyone just played. It's the same thing with like football in like Texas. Like when you're just a kid, like everyone just teaches their kids how to skate. It's just fucking everyone's got ODRs, like outdoor rinks.
Yeah.
The fucking rinks, like basically like the
Y'all got abbreviations for that?
the ODR, buddy.
That's
Fucking
okay.
6-pack of beer, get the skates, go to the ODR.
Wow, that's
ODR.
Canadian as fuck for real.
That's Canadian as fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I thought most Canadians were nice until I
Yeah,
met
until
these
Matt Connor.
these two guys.
Until
Yeah,
you met
Connor
us, just
Matt,
the fucking
yeah.
biggest assholes.
Yeah, I was like, Canadians
Make
are so
fun
nice.
of everything. Yeah, no, for real. Fucking everyone fucking skates. But it's like it's same thing with like fucking football or whatever in Texas or like soccer in Europe or South America or whatever like that. It's just what the kids do. Like when kids turn 7, they just start doing that shit. It's
Yeah.
like they all fucking skated. I missed the wave.
I'm also curious about like in Canada.
If you ask me about the fucking polar bears, I swear to God,
I don't know anything about polar bears
that a
other
thing?
than they're big
Polar
and
bears?
white. They got polar bears.
He said, "Is that a thing?"
What?
Yeah.
Polar bears in Canada?
Yeah,
No,
they,
bro, no.
Are you
they,
serious?
they pull up to your house and shit.
Wait,
Come
no,
on, now,
wait,
he's
no.
lying. He's
Swear to
lying.
God.
No, that's Antarctica.
Bro, are you
dog.
capping?
Do you have that picture?
They don't pull up
Do you
to
have
the
that
crib.
picture at your crib? Yeah,
Polar bears?
Yeah, they'll pull up.
Bro. No, Matt.
No,
in
bro,
on it,
polar
dude. He's
bears
in
are
on it,
fucking
dude.
different, bro. Okay, so we have black bears in East Tennessee.
No, their skinny is because the ice caps
Why'd
are
you say it
melting.
like that?
The ice caps are melting. Not even getting on some shit.
Like,
Black bears are kind of soft, though. I feel like I could palm up a black bear. Yeah, I think so. I
a
think so.
grizzly though,
Clip
yeah.
that.
No, not a grizzly,
Grizzly.
not a grizzly,
Yeah.
not a grizzly. No, but a black bear, I think I could hand-to-hand combat to the death. I think I could take a black
I agree
bear.
with that. Actually, I agree with that. You got to.
They're smaller. They're smaller. They're not that
I agree with
they're not
that so
aggressive.
much
But
that
a
we should
polar
set
bear-
it up.
Let's do it.
My man's trying
Matter
to
of
be
fact.
tested, bro. Polar bears for real? They just walk up to your crib?
I don't believe
Yeah.
it.
They'll like because they're skinny as fuck. They're starving because the ice caps are melting. Fucking, we can get on this, but and
So we have a chance.
yeah. No, and
We just got to
they'll pull up your crib.
emaciate them.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. Or they'll knock on your igloo.
Dude, he's lying, bro. That's what I'm saying. The polar bears aren't in. I think they're very sectioned off.
Because
And,
you know Canada,
Argentina,
you know
like,
Canada's like very
Argentina?
yes.
Antarctica?
Antarctica and Argentina is super, bro. What?
Argentina?
Yes, the south of Argentina is incredibly cold. It's where they it's where they filmed.
No, the
damn,
polar bears
bro.
will pull up to like football games and shit.
He's lying, dude.
Guys,
I don't
we're
believe it.
all off. We are all off.
Are you looking this up?
Somebody's wrong,
Are you
and
looking
I don't
this
know
up?
if it's me or not, but I'm trying to be humble.
No, dude, we don't have fucking polar bears
That's
at our
what I'm
doors.
saying, bro. That's ridiculous.
Can't trick me.
Can't trick
Can't trick me.
I had you.
He almost did, actually.
I almost had
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
No, but it, like way in like northern Canada, we got like the territories. Like the provinces is where that's the basically main Canada, but the territories up north, like there's legit. But that's way up in like the fucking in like the native reserves and everything like that. Like way up in the northern territories, because Canada goes way fucking north. It's fucking massive. No, there's legit. You fucking there is
So-
genuinely pull. Like if you fucking we've had friends
Oh,
that have
really?
gone like on like work trips like way up north into
Yeah.
like into the territories and shit, and like it's legitimate. I mean, this is obviously way away from civilized like
Yeah.
like regular
Yeah.
fucking major cities. But yeah, they'll be like you'll go on like a work camp in like the northern territories, and like they have a thing where they're like polar bears will fucking kill you. Like if you leave the house, like if you have garbage or whatever like this, like and you got to dispose of your garbage a certain way. Like they put it in a car and they take it away because they're like if they smell the garbage, they'll come in and they'll rip everybody's fucking trailer open. You'll all fucking die. There's polar bear
They're
attacks.
beasts, yeah,
they're
monsters.
they are
Yeah,
they
they're
are the
savages.
they're savages.
I think they're more dangerous like than grizzly bears, actually. I think
They're
they're the
the
biggest
most
bear. I
aggressive.
think they're the biggest bear.
They're
Which is
massive.
crazy because grizzly bears are huge.
Yes,
dude.
they're huge.
And like I see a polar bear, you always see them in a vast landscape.
Yeah.
So I feel like you never get the context. You know what I'm saying of their size. I
Yo,
guess.
you ever seen those videos where people like like, I don't know, they're just out there camping near a river in the middle of the ice, and like polar bears and stuff walk up to them.
No.
There's like
That's
content
terrifying,
creators. Bro. It's a whole different area of
No,
YouTube
dude.
shorts and everything. Like it's like
Playing with
content
your life.
creators who go out there who just like they know how to handle the situation. It's crazy. Polar bears walking, like 5 of them at a time, walking up to their camping place.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's fucking wild.
Dude, how is it to be like the only country that France has ever like taken over?
France took us over?
Yeah, y'all speak French, right?
Oh, dude, that's so true. Dude, actually, can I tell you something? It pisses me off.
Does it?
It really pisses me off. I was in Montreal for New Year's. It fucking pisses me off. It really
Was it a
does.
situation just for like baguettes?
It really does.
Y'all
because
didn't
here's
have
the
baguettes
thing.
before?
Because here's the thing, right? We all know what happened with France, right? In the 40s, right? Fucking,
Yeah.
right? They went down,
Yeah.
right? And now they're just fucking serving poutine in Montreal, and it fucking pisses me off.
That's ass.
You know what I'm saying? That's
and-
what,
and
that's,
like- and
that's
that's
one
not-
of the things where it's like, yo, if Hitler would have just like kept going like a little bit, like no, not one everything, but just kind of just
too
took
far,
a
bro.
couple more. I'm kidding. Take that out.
Even Matt shaking his head, bro. He's like, no.
What I was gonna say, if the Hitler could have just fucking took out a couple more, like not fucking went in, but just saved the Jews, but just the French. Like,
Look,
take out-
again, not to get political though, I'm just thinking in terms of what's best for Canada.
It's a joke.
Why
Do not
speak
fucking
an
clip it.
additional useless language?
What
You know
do
what I'm saying?
you
We
speak?
got
What do you
English.
speak?
I mean, maybe Chinese, you know, for the I mean, we're going to need it at some point.
You speak Chinese?
I don't yet, but
Oh, I thought you said you speak Chinese.
We all will
Chinese
be
not even a
at
language,
some
it's like
point.
Mandarin or something. Okay,
Yeah.
continue. We are fucking off right now. I just said I made a Hitler joke, and then you were like, "The Chinese are useless."
Threw me off.
I think that's actually
Did I
word for
say
word.
that?
Yeah, I think that's actually
I
word
said
for word what he
that?
said. You said the Chinese are useless, and they also stink. I think you said that too.
oh my goodness.
And then
dude.
he did an incredibly racial impression of
What are we?
them, too.
What's going on? Yo, okay. let's rein it back in,
cut
bro.
it.
Let's
Yeah,
talk
let's
about
rein this shit back
Let's
in.
talk about the Big Brain podcast, man. Like,
Yes, sir.
tell me about the relationship between you and your co-host Matt, who's sitting behind this light right here.
Yes,
looking
sir.
handsome, looking like a snack. What you trying to do later? No, but yeah, tell me about the inception of it, you know, and like what the theme of the podcast is and all that, and like.
Well, basically, here's the thing. It's like we were looking at the podcast space, and we were like, what it doesn't have is 2 straight white guys. You know, so we
That's
were
a
like,
good point.
because really, what you do when you go into a business, you got to really understand like what it's missing, right? And it's 2 dumb straight white guys and with mics, right? And so we said we got to fill that. We got to fill that void. But Matt's one of my best friends. I've known him for over a decade now, because we met when we were
Go, dude.
15. I think, because I don't think we were driving yet. 16, maybe driving.
Dude, we knew each other before that, not to
Oh, yeah,
brag.
we got to be. Come on now.
Yeah, come on, middle school.
It's not bad.
We have a test for that.
How long?
Go ahead.
How long do you guys know each other?
Middle school.
That's gay.
Do you know
It's a little
anyone
bit
from
longer.
middle school? If you're
It's
friends with any? No, go ahead.
Please take that out too. Don't fucking clip this Hitler gay stuff, please. No,
Greg's
okay.
like, I'm clipping it.
Greg's just making sure he's already posting it on TikTok and shit. TikToker makes crazy gay Hitler joke.
Bro.
Holy fuck. Okay, so listen, the Big Brain Boys podcast is pretty much exactly what just happened over the last 2 minutes, is us just making jokes and then me in the edit booth being like, I gotta take that out, gotta take that out, gotta take that out. But we've known each other since we were like 15, 16 years old. He's one of my best friends. And we started a podcast basically just being like, listen, we acknowledge that like we're so dumb. I'm so dumb. I should speak for myself. Matt's usually the one that kind of teaches me about shit. And we're just gonna like, let's almost be like attacking every item we possibly can with like the most empty possible brain we can possibly attack it with, and see what kind of fucking humor
So
comes
it's
out
like
of that.
it has like a Kylie Jenner theme.
What's that?
It's like a Kylie Jenner theme to it.
Are you talking about my fat ass?
No.
Because I do be cheeked up right now.
Swing and a miss, as you
Whoa,
say.
whoa.
No, go ahead.
Tell me the joke. Tell me the joke.
No,
A joke's always funnier when you have to explain it.
Oh,
I heard that from Dave Chappelle. No, you got it, brother. You got it. You got it.
What was the Kylie Jenner theme?
No, I was
just about being dumb?
Yeah. I was just saying. Okay.
That's gas. That's gas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying,
Oh, no, dude.
Clip that.
bro. You know that's so middle school right there.
That's
Damn.
for making fun of my Chinese brothers. I stand in solidarity with fucking Xi Jinping, whatever.
Bro. Wait,
bro.
I just want to like reflect on the fact
Yes, sir.
of how unsatisfying it is to actually just not get a dap.
Yeah, that's crazy,
Like,
right?
Like,
Oh damn! I thought that was a cleanup. That's fucking insane.
That was like, yo, was that meta? That's crazy.
Gregory,
Let's go.
delete
Keep
the
that
whole
shit
fucking
in.
episode. Delete it all.
Delete the episode. We just
Delete
stopped
the
rolling.
episode. We're starting back from the fucking game.
Oh my goodness. This has been. I feel like we were like the first half of this we were really deep, and now we're just in stupid territory.
See,
Which is
see, we got you with the big brain shit.
That's right, dude.
Y'all
As soon as we
y'all are
started
too
talking about
good,
big
bro.
brain,
Y'all
we
are
got
too
little
good.
brain.
when the big brain boys get in the room, man, it gets stupid. It gets stupid.
That's
telling you,
insane,
man.
bro.
No, this is fucking awesome, man. This has been a blast.
Dude, yeah, thank you so much, man. I feel like we're at the time now where it's plug time, baby.
We
Whatever
are,
you want
dude.
to
We're
plug.
plug time, bro.
Plug Talk, Adam 22's new show where people have sex with his wife. Isn't that
Yeah,
fucking crazy?
that's crazy.
No.
That's crazy.
That's not crazy? You don't
No,
think?
I don't want to watch that show.
Oh, you don't want to watch that show? Yeah. Gregory, pull that clip up.
But yeah, man, go ahead and plug your socials, plug whatever you want people to check out. You know, Big Brain, all that stuff. You can to this camera right here if you like.
That camera right there, this
Yes,
is like a
sir.
Hot Ones type plug.
Let's
Did you
go.
see Sydney Sweeney on Hot Ones? Oh my.
I had to block her and unfollow her on Instagram.
You're gonna be
bro.
out of focus.
She was on Hot Ones.
My focus is her.
I need to watch that episode.
Oh my God. Sydney Sweeney, if you're watching this, please, for the love of God, just answer my DMs. I've sent you so many. I know you see them. I have to be at the top. I send a new one every 5 minutes. I'm sure I'm
verified.
fucking up there.
Simp.
What'd she say? Simp? Oh, I am a simp for Sydney Sweeney. I am a goo goo gaga baby milky for Sydney Sweeney.
Jeez, bro.
My fault. My fault,
Clip it.
y'all.
Clip
My fault, y'all. My fault, y'all. This is a fucking nice ass podcast, and I just came in and was an idiot. Plugs, man. Instagram. Plug what? It's so fucking funny, man.
Matt, step in and give the plugs, bro.
Matt, can you get?
Matt, step in and give
Come
the
on,
plugs,
Matt.
bro. Come on,
Hey, come on, Matt. Come on, Matt.
All right, plugs real quick. Pat Mattel.
Right here, right here, right here.
Move in more.
There you go.
Mattel on Instagram. Give me that. Big Brain Boys on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Don't follow at Connor Bergersen. You won't laugh. You won't have fun. At Big Brain Boys.
Give me this shit back, bro. Get back. And he's French too. He should have fucking went out, right?
Are you? Oh, I was.
His last name's Patel.
Yeah.
You're Middle Eastern, I think. Right? No, man. Instagram at Connor Bergersen, ConnorBergersen. I have to fucking spell it out every single time when I call in to fucking do the credit card or any sort of like phone thing. They say spell your name, and they always think the B is like something else, and the N at the end is an M. So I have to like do the N for Nancy, B for Bob type shit, all this kind of type of stuff. So it's CONNOR. It's not ER. People, I will literally spell that shit for people, and they will still say like they'll say CONER. They'll be Conor. So you can tell me. So you can say Connor Bergersen, Bergersen, or whatever they've been calling me. Honestly, man, just Google Connor. I'll be probably number like 940. You'll find me. TikTok at Not Connor again. Please follow the podcast at The Big Brain Boys. Subscribe to the YouTube. Download where you get your audio podcasts. We'll be in your ear every single week. Episodes dropping Monday. Appreciate y'all, man. These are my boys, David
Let's
and
go,
Nate, man. Come
brother.
on. Hey, I appreciate y'all so
Yes,
much.
sir. Yes, sir.
The minds behind the camera. Thank y'all so much for having
Let's
me. This
go.
has been amazing.
Till next time.
Yeah, baby, need top 5 when I'm done going mental. Yeah, I'm locked in, you can peep my condition, I'm in the lab all winter, all summer. Yeah, I went dumb, now I'm about to go dumb and throw